Alright, we're going to continue on the notes. The next example, example 5, looks like this, and if I take a look at what's in this square root, the derivative is a negative 2x, which is not x plus 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break them up into two integrals. I'm going to deal with both of them differently. And so this one is going to be x over the square root of 4 minus x squared dx. Plus, here I'm going to write 2 over 1 over the square root, and I'm going to write this as 2 squared. I'm going to write 4 minus that, and x times x squared dx. And the reason I wrote it like this, I'm hoping that you can see that this is arc sine, where u is equal to x and a is equal to 2. So the answer for this one quickly will be 2 times the arc sine of x over 2, u over a, plus c. Alright, so now what I have to do is I just have to concentrate on this. I'm going to let u equal 4 minus x squared du dx is equal to a negative 2x. So I have a negative 1/2 du equals x dx. So here's my x dx. So over here I'll draw a little separation. I have a negative 1/2 integrating 1 over u to the 1/2 du, which is a negative 1/2 integrating u to the negative 1/2 du, which means it's a negative 1/2 u to the half when I add 1 times the reciprocal, which is 2, plus c. Well, that c is over here. So that means I'm going to have a negative u to the 1/2. So what I'm going to add to this, I'm going to put another separator, is, well, let me write it all down here, negative square root of 4 minus x squared plus, right, because I got that plus sign, this 2 arc sine of x over 2 plus c. And that's my answer. Alright, number 6 is going to involve completing the square, and the next couple of them do. And so I'm going to write it like this, and I'm going to write this as 1 over x squared minus 4x plus 7 dx. And I'm going to complete the square, and I'm going to write this as x squared minus 4x plus, well, half of a negative 4 is a negative 2 squared is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, and I can put parentheses around those two, and I can rewrite it as 1 over x minus 2 squared plus 3 dx. Now, to get in the form that I want, I'm going to write this as 1 over the square root of 3 squared plus x minus 2 squared dx. And this means that a is equal to the square root of 3 and that u equals x minus 2. So since I don't have a square root, I know it's arctangent, so it's going to be 1 over a, or 1 over the square root of 3. The arctangent of u, x minus 2, over the square root of 3 plus c. And so that's using completing the square. Alright, let's take a look at the last problem, number 7. And number 7 looks like this. It's actually integrating from 1.5 to 2.25, 1 over 3x minus x squared, the square root of that. So I'm thinking either arc sine or arc secant dx. And so I'm going to look at this 3x minus x squared and see if I can complete the square. Well, this can be written as a negative x squared plus 3x. I can factor out a negative, and I got x squared minus 3x, half of which is 1.5 squared is 2.25. And since I have a negative sign in front, all these signs change. More importantly, that's a minus 2.25, so I'm going to add 2.25. So now I have 2.25 minus the quantity x squared minus 3x plus 2.25. And I can write this as 1.5 squared minus, and I can write this as x minus 1.5 squared. Alright, so now I'm going to rewrite this as 1.5 to 2.25. And over here I'm going to have the square root of a squared, 1.5 squared, minus u squared, x minus 1.5, that quantity squared dx. So here's my a, and here's my u, right there. So it's going to be arc sine of x minus 1.5 over 1.5 evaluated from 1.5 to 2.25. And I'm going to have the arc sine of 2.25 minus 1.5 over 1.5 minus the arc sine of 1.5 minus 1.5 all over 2. And this gives me the arc sine of 0.75 over 1.5 minus the arc sine of 0. And this is the arc sine of 1/2 minus the arc sine of 0. The arc sine of 1/2 is pi over 6. The arc sine of 0 is 0. And pi over 6 minus 0 is pi over 6. And that's my integral. Alright. We can verify that. I guess I got some time. First of all, I'm going to execute here, and I'm simply going to take pi divided by 6, and I'm going to find the decimal for that. So that's the decimal about 0.524. And I'm going to exit. I'm going to go to menu. I think I got down here to graph. And I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to put 1 divided by square root of 3x minus x squared. So that's what I look. And let's make my window. And let's go from 1.5 to 2.25. And let's go from 0. Oops. I don't know what that means. Let's go from 0 to 3, I think. Okay, let's exit. Let's draw. Ooh, I did something wrong. Let's exit. I think I did something wrong on here. Okay, so let's make that from 1.5, 2.25, 0 to 3. Alright, now let's exit and let's draw. Alright. And so let's figure out the area underneath there. Let's do gsolve. And let's go from 0.5 to 2.25. And if you take a look, I have 0.524, which is what my other one was too. All right. So I verified my work.